Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Play Metroid Prime. Sorry it took a while to exist on my channel. I've had all the stuff prepared for this for a few months now. But, recording problems and life issues and stuff, and generally just being busy, kinda delayed it a little bit. But hey, finally here, so what are you gonna do? But, Metroid Prime is my favorite Metroid game. Not by far, because Super Metroid and Zero Mission are amazing as well. And I've not played any of the other Prime games, except for Prime 2, which I played, I want to say most of, but I don't remember, but I didn't care for it that much, so I didn't finish it. I need to get around to doing that someday. And on that note, this is the trilogy version off of the Wii U eShop, the Virtual Console. It's also on the Wii through a physical copy, if you really want to get that. But it's kind of expensive still, because it was printed in limited editions, and yeah, it's just good luck finding it for less, for even 50 bucks, which is, I think, I want to say if it's a retail price, it might have been a bit more, because it's a compilation, but who knows. Except, you know, lots of people know, actually. But the game is also available on the GameCube, and that's the version I played the most as a kid. Because I played this game a lot as a kid. There's a time when I just went on like a Metroid binge, and like that I played this a lot, and I played Metroid Fusion a lot, and I went and emulated like Super Metroid and stuff, and played through those. Well, Super Metroid and Zero Mission at least. I played through those. But I've not really played the original Metroid. I've never beaten it because I don't like it. I didn't like what I played. I don't think I've ever touched Metroid 2. And I never touched Prime 3 either. I've played other M, but less said about that, the better. Anyway, obviously the Wii version brings in new nifty motion controls that lets you point wherever you want on the screen. You hit minus to switch visors, and we have the new scan visor here, which allows you to scan things in your area, like these little switches here. You can also scan enemies. These aren't really important. There's certain things that will be important to your logbook, which goes towards your completion, which you'll know when it's important, mainly because there'll be an enemy or a research log or something. You can go into the Morph Ball with C. This is going off the Wii controls, by the way. You can plant a Morph Ball with, you can plant a bomb with A while in Morph Ball form. Morph Ball is really great because it's third person, and so many people freaked out when this game was in first person. I don't know why. I think it fits Metroid, like even initially. Granted, when this game was announced, I didn't even really know it was announced because I didn't care at the time. I think I just bought this game when I bought Custom Robo because it had a robot on the cover, and I was into Transformers at the time. And I think I knew the character from Smash Bros., but I didn't actually know it was a person. I thought it was a robot. Anyway, these things, I think they're called beetles. I should have probably been paying attention, but there's more up here. I can just scan them. These are parasites. There's going to be plenty of enemies to scan in this game. There's going to be plenty of a lot of things to scan. This is a 10 health pickup. Nothing special. You can scan a lot of the things around the station and in the world in general. That will give you little bits of flavor text about just certain objects or certain the status of certain. What am I trying to say? Like if it's a rotting tree, it might give you the status of how much has it rotted, how long is how long has it been rotting for, and all that. Anyway, a map station, you just step into it and you get a full map of the area. It's not really necessary here. This is the Frigate Orpheon. It's not really necessary, but you know. Might as well get it for completionist's sake. This will be 100% playthrough. I'll be getting all the missile containers and energy tanks and all that as you get in a Metroid game. And, of course, I'll be getting all the upgrades because you kind of have to. I don't think there's a single upgrade you can just skip in Prime. That maybe you could skip something like the various suit through glitches. I mean, the GameCube version has a ton of glitches because the original release of the GameCube version, the one I have, and the one speedrunners use, it had a lot of collision issues where you could just stand on certain things you clearly weren't supposed to be able to stand on. But it's fun to mess with. It also had this, well, actually we're getting to it now because it's explaining strafing to us. There's a glitch where you could, if I can lock onto this thing here, you could scan something and then dash and let go of the dash as soon as you let go of jump, and it would keep your speed constant. So you can make jumps you couldn't make otherwise. That's probably a terrible explanation, but you know. It was something like that. Look up videos. There's plenty of people that can explain it better than me. You'll want to scan every pickup that your enemies drop, or every, I suppose, just drop from your enemies, basically, because it's usually health or ammunition for something. If you scan around, you see these red squares on things. It's going to be pirate data or some other important thing to scan that gives flavor text on the world. Not really flavor text, but mainly the story. The story of Prime is mostly optional. Very rarely will you have to watch a story important cutscene. Well, I guess that's not true. Any cutscene is sort of story important in a way. But rarely will it throw... Actually, this game never throws just dialogue at you. I think the entire story is told silently, which is really impressive. I love when games do that. If you want more story, if you want more detailed story, you can go through to get through those logs, or you can just ignore it and explore the world. And I think that's how Metroid should handle story for the most part. Things like Fusion are fine every once in a while, and even the Fusion didn't like do it in a terrible way at all. But like when you're getting to other M levels of narrative, just exposition cutscene after exposition cutscene, then you start to have an issue. I love the way Prime handles its story. Anyway, going on these elevators, there's a lot of elevators in Prime. They mainly serve as loading screens, but you know, they're fun. You can shoot missiles with down on the D-pad, and there's actually a trick where you can hold down to stay in missile shooting form, I guess, and if you tap A, you'll go back. This is a terrible explanation as well. If you tap A after shooting a missile, you'll immediately go back to like this form here, meaning there's going to be very little to no cooldown on you shooting missiles, so you can rapid fire a lot of missiles, and that's very convenient because you can just do a ton of damage. That's the save station. If you want to save, feel free. Anyway, yeah, we need to put spherical objects in front of these doors to open them, so we are a spherical object. And now coming up something you might recognize from Brawl or... No, the stage isn't in Smash 4. Frigate Orpheon is in Smash 4. It should be, because that was actually a fun stage. Unless it was turn illegal, but you know. That's just me complaining about... Well, Smash 4 is playing turn illegal stages. Not that I really participate in tourneys all that much, but I don't know, it's fun to watch and stuff. It's our first boss. It's the Parasite Queen, and she is a complete joke. Really, I mean, she doesn't do anything. She just sort of, she has the shield around her, and you need to go into the empty parts of the shield, not the empty parts, the, open parts of the shield, and shoot at her mouth. But you can only shoot at her mouth because it's her weak point after you scan her. You can shoot at other points, but it doesn't do as much damage. I'd suggest just using that missile trick I explained earlier to, destroy her really quickly. Just lock on and fire away, and you won't have any issue with the Parasite Queen. She should be dead already. I'm playing this on the veteran difficulty, which on the Wii version, which is just normal mode in the GameCube version. In the Trilogy version, the Wii version, they added in a normal mode, which is actually a new easy mode that wasn't in the GameCube version. Why they didn't just go with easy, normal, hard instead of normal, veteran, and I think, is the last one legendary? I can't remember. Master, something like that. Some other difficulties unlocked after you complete veteran, and you can do that. But really, I'd suggest you just play the game on veteran. Metroid Prime isn't a particularly difficult game. It might be a bit difficult to grasp the controls, especially if you're playing the GameCube version, because it is a bit awkward at first, but, yeah. Just play on veteran, it's much better. Hard mode is, it might just be called hard mode in this game, I have no idea. It essentially just adds extra health to enemies. It doesn't really make the game more difficult, but more tedious. I think there's a clear-cut difference between that, where harder is like smarter AI or more difficult patterns. This is just, it takes longer to beat. It's not really more difficult, that's just a battle of attrition. It's very different. I mean, I guess in theory it's more difficult, but, you know, I really like when games do that. Because usually in normal, like, I could have lasted a few more hits or something. But usually, in like an RPG, they have higher stats or something. And I guess you do take more damage in hard mode if I remember correctly, but, still, it's not really that great to play on. It's not really, that much more difficult than the normal mode, so just play in normal mode, you'll have a fine time. Also, the charge beam can draw on pickups like that health pickup we saw back there, but yeah, I don't really need it right now, so not gonna worry about it. There was a point in time when I considered speedrunning this game, but I also considered speedrunning in a lot of games, including Bratz and Rocket Angels for the GBA, but not actually. I didn't actually want to speedrun that, but I just streamed it one time, and I joked about it. That was when I actually did streams at any point ever. But one, like, no one watched them, and two, my internet's shit, so I can't really do them that well. Plus, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not good at streaming, because it's like, I can't edit out my stupid, like, mouth and my voice, so I don't know, I don't like it. I mean, I like streaming, I like being on streams, but I don't know if I'd like streaming myself, if that makes any sense. Like, I'll be on ATH streams all day, that's fine, but I don't know, streaming myself, nah. Anyway, Meta-Ridley's here, so that's cool. Ridley's sort of, you know, this, okay, in timeline, I think this takes place after Metroid 1. I'm pretty sure. If I remember the Metroid timeline correctly. Though according to, oh, fuck, who's the current director of Metroid? I want to say it's Sakamoto, but I could be completely wrong on that. The current director of Metroid said the Prime games aren't canon or something. And I guess in the grand scheme of things, the Prime games don't matter that much to canon. But it's still, like, frustrating that they're out of canon. What's more frustrating, though, is this is the lamest excuse ever for Samus to lose her shit. She gets electrocuted, like, a little bit and slams against the wall. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The power suit cannot stand up to a little bit of electricity and a wall. It stood up to lasers and shit, and Metroids, and, like, lava and acid. It can't stand up to a wall? It's insane. I mean, I guess it was built by bird people and all, but Christ. I think they built a little bit of a better suit. It's like, it's the greatest suit ever. It can do anything. It's a miracle. Can't stand up to walls. Really? Okay. I mean, I guess they needed some excuse for you to lose your stuff, but did they really? I mean, I kind of rather you either start with base stuff, like starting with 15 missiles to charge beam, morphball, bombs. Like, is that really a big deal? You're not overpowered. I guess the various suit, okay, fine. Get rid of that somehow, or just don't start with it, because then you can't, like, have that be a boss and you can immediately go to ultra heated areas if you're gonna have ultra heated areas in your game in the first place, because Prime 2 doesn't. But, you know, other than that, is the charge beam really gonna break anything? I mean, you get it all back relatively quickly, so I don't really see the issue of just keeping it. Like, don't start, like, I get it's like a tease at what you're gonna get in the first, like, 10 minutes of the game anyway, but, you know. Just don't start me with very simple things if I'm not going to be able to keep them and just have to search them for, you know, 10 minutes after I get to the main game, if that makes any sense. But, you know, it's getting ahead of ourselves. Or, you know, just don't start me with anything and let me gain that stuff, and that'll be fine. And you don't need an explanation for losing my shit. Like, fine, whatever, I don't have it. I don't really care. I mean, I sold it, sure. That's what the explanation was in Legends 2, Mega Man Legends 2, I'm pretty sure, so. But I never played Legends 2. I also played Mega Man 64, which is the inferior version of the game, so, you know, unfortunate, but I didn't have a PS1 growing up. I have a PS1 now, but Legends is expensive, and I don't have, like, a PS3 or PS4, so, or a Vita. So, oh well. Anyway, welcome to Talon 4, the planet for Metroid Prime, which is one of my favorite worlds of any video game. It's like, there's so much I love about this game, and I can't wait to actually get into it. The opening's kind of slow, but it gets so good. But that's for next time. Yeah, we're gonna end the video here. So, part 2, we will start to explore Talon 4. Also, first, as a kid, I just ran around this area for so long, and I shot these fish because I'm a sadistic asshole. Also, I loved how your shots look like more green underwater than anything with blue. For some reason, this really entertained me as a kid, and I would look at this and say, who needs, like, Xbox 360? Look at these graphics. These look just as good. These look just as good. They don't. Well, it depends on the game. Anyway, see you next time.